money. That is to say, it's not good. And what is causing all this most of the time is ignorance. This ignorance cut across from those of us at home to even our representative in the National Assembly. Mr. President cannot just go and borrow money. It must be legislated upon. The National Assembly has to look at it. In the state houses of assembly have to look at it. But some of them, believe me, are ignorant of the weight of that word borrow. Probably all they are looking at is the immediate profit, the immediate gain. And believe me, that is not a good omen for this country. Sometimes ignorance, sometimes sheer wickedness. Some people can be wicked though. Some people will be laughing when you are in bondage, when you are in trouble, when you have no food to eat. Some people are laughing. Some people are, and God is not happy with them. Insensitivity of our government. If the government is sensitive, believe me, Nigerians should not be crying. Nigerians should not be crying. Other states should not be crying. The citizenry must live peacefully and must be happy with the money coming in and looking at the quantum of revenue being generated. Apaya, I read an article or I listened to a clip where legislation was going on in United States of America. And they said, the government they are running in America, all the monies they are making, the resources are coming from Africa. Yes, and Africa and Nigeria is one of the leading countries having resources. What do we do with it? Apaya, you know, this oil we have is Nigerian oil. You remember when Dangote put up a very big edifice, a structure to help Nigeria. You had all the hula baloo that was going on. Government was saying they were supposed to buy the fuel, they are supposed to sell the fuel, they are supposed to distribute. Why? When this man has his money, he has built this thing to serve Nigerians, to help the commoners, but the government still want to midwife. Midwifing will not help Nigerians. So that is to tell you that there are people in government who are enjoying the credit, who are enjoying the debt, who are enjoying the loan at the detriment of others. Apaya, in a country where we have high corruption, high rate of corruption, believe me, the loans can hardly be utilized accordingly. So if you are taking a loan that you cannot utilize to help the Nigerian people, why do you go for it at all? There is no point. You borrow money, large chunk of money. At the end of the day, it goes into individual hands. I mean, why don't you allow the individuals to go and borrow and their families will pay? Why are you shifting the glory of Nigeria forward? Give it to us now. Another issue, an average Nigerian is greedy. From our leaders, watch it very well. An African leader, when he clinches position, he doesn't want to relinquish it. You remember Obasanjo, one of the best politicians we can say we have? You remember, first time? You know, he came from the prison. You remember?
Yes.
Then to the presidency. First tenure, second tenure, he was already negotiating for third term, which was not constitutional. That is to show you an African leader, when he's in a position, he doesn't want anybody to come in again. And majority of them are equating position with money. And I don't think that is correct. Now, the result of all this, when you go to borrow money, you are mortgaging the future of Nigeria. Nigerians yet unborn. Look at the population of Nigeria. Today we are talking about 250 million. By projection, maybe next year we shall be 300 million people. Why should you go and borrow money and then expecting to be paid in 50 years? Generation yet unborn. To me, that is an act of corruption. So you are mortgaging the nation who should not help us. You are exposing us to economic bondage. By the time you are borrowing money, the dictate of how you pay will come from the owner of the money. By so doing what? You are in bondage. I don't think it is good to put Nigeria in bondage. Perpetual indebtedness. Must we borrow? That's the question. Must we borrow? Today, if you make me the governor of Niger State, say amen.
Amen.
Good. The monies and the generation, the revenues I have is what I'm going to utilize. Ask me. I will tell you how much I have, and I will tell you how I spend it. I don't have to borrow to make a name. I don't think I have to borrow. No, I don't need to borrow.
You think, like I said, like Niger have the capacity, IGR have the capacity to turn things around?
Look, do the little you can do and leave the rest to God. Have you heard what Sardauna said? Sardauna said, aikin gwamnati ba a iyaka, ba a gama ka, ba a yaba ma. So who are you fooling? I mean, no matter what you do, you can never satisfy everybody. And no matter what you do, you can never achieve 100% success. So why don't you do the little you can do? Allah jikan engineer Abdullah Kuri, when he came during his time, all the villages you are seeing electricity were brought in by engineer Abdul Qadir Abdullah Kuri, Ubangiji Allah mai gafara.
I mean, including my own village, we are there.
Exactly.
Yes.
So he brought it. And let me also tell you what he did. When he came, because he knew the downtrodden were poor, they could not even go to Hajj. He subsidized the rate for going to Hajj. Government paid for some. Even the pilgrimage. During Talba, it was the same thing. Even those who were going to Christian pilgrimage were given, I think, 50% discount. It is done. During Talba, he built mosques, he built churches. That is how to utilize government money. But the situation where people just, the more you borrow, the more you increase poverty in the land. We don't need it now. So if the borrowing is making us poor, why do we borrow? We don't need it. Hunger and anger, you know, they go together. They are brothers and sisters. Yes. When you're hungry, you'll be angry. And when you're angry, the next thing is a big suspicion between the leaders and the led. There's distrust. So Apaya, in my own opinion, my own personal opinion, heavy loans without commensurate positive results are uncalled for. A situation where we borrow money, the rich are getting richer, and the poor are getting poorer. Who is fooling who? There is something wrong somewhere.
Okay, who is fooling who?
Yes.
And there is something wrong
somewhere. Yes.
Yes, I want to bring you to one very important issue that justify that yes, there is something wrong somewhere today in the country.
Yes.
The political parties, that's political opposition, there is a kind of reign of attacks on opposition parties. So what would now be the implication of this wave of attack on opposition parties by the ruling party, most importantly in where we are operating a multi-party system of democracy? And that's, if there is any lesson that has been learned or that could be brought, so that what have happened in the past could now be as a lesson to us. You know, this is not the very first time we are returning to democracy. Nigeria have experienced almost fourth republic, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one is not different from the one that have crashed it before. So why this? What would be the implication of the wave of attack on the opposition parties in the country as we are expressing?
You see, Apaya, let's tell ourselves the truth. We are all students of politics. Yes. Since I began politics, I have been learning till date. I'm never qualified. I never told anybody I'm perfect. But I want to tell you, the body language of the ruling party in Nigeria today is to create a one-party system. And it will not work. Go and write it. It will never work, because in Nigeria we are heterogeneous in nature. Do you know that in Nigeria there are 371 tribes? Do you know in Nigeria there are 521 languages? These languages, like in Niger, for example, you only mention Nupe. We have Dibo, we have Kakanda, we have all these things, they are under Nupe. So if you are to separate them, you will know we have more than that tribes. So in a country where there is this number of tribes, 371 and 522 languages, and you think you bring one party system, it will not work. It will not work because of by nature we are heterogeneous. We are heterogeneous, and therefore you should give room to everybody so that you can make a choice of what you want. Look, Nigeria, there are many tribes, many languages. We have different beliefs. I went to Osun State when I was the Commissioner of Education to attend a program. And I realized the governor was seated there. That time was Aregoshola, His Excellency. And by then, Tinubu, our president, was not even a president. We sat on the same table with him. When they were saying prayers, they called on a Muslim imam. They called on a pastor. And the next thing is they said, now we are going to have traditional, what do you call prayers. Then another one, they say occultic. I say, which one is it? There are about 4 different prayers. But the truth about it, all of them were mentioning God. So, so in essence, what I'm saying, look, our religion, our tribes, our languages, because of that, we need to share, bring opportunities for everybody to choose a party. It's not mandatory that my child should be in my party. If I'm in NMPP today, maybe in my family I have somebody in APC. I have somebody who was in PDP. When I was leaving, he told me, Daddy, I'm not leaving PDP. I said, why? He said he was mentioning because I was a commissioner. My father, you are a commissioner. I said, were you the one? He said, no. I said, look, you cannot see beyond your nose. I have my reason for living. My politics on principle. And when I see the way, I will follow. But I'm not saying it is mandatory you go. And that is the essence. So if you bring one party system, that means whether you like it or not. Otherwise, believe me, democracy will even crash. Democracy will die. On that note, Apaya, attacks on opposition party is uncivilized. It's uncalled for. Why should you attack? The APC before now was an opposition. If they were attacked by the PDP, they would have been crumbled, they would have been crushed, and today we wouldn't have our president as a sitting president. We wouldn't have Mr. Governor as a sitting governor because he would be in the opposition. So if that is allowed, why don't you allow others also? We expect government to bring a play level ground so that everybody should test his own luck. If you are lucky, be it. If you are not lucky, fashi it. So one party system will lead to dictatorship. Yes. Dictatorship. Because it's only one party. One line of no. It's not even sounding well. It is worse than the military. It is worse. I have been telling you that the worst democracy is better than the best military. But I'm telling you, one party system is worse than military regime.
Okay, our time.
Yes.
Yes, so that we don't have one system of communication. Let's change another one so that we know that we have a multiple system of communication. It's time for news flash. Now, listeners, we're going to take a little breather to bring you the news flash. And when we are back, the program continues. Please stay and don't go anywhere.
Get the latest news in Nigeria and the world over on Badeggi Radio. We give you the latest updates and keep you informed 10 a.m. every morning with News Flash. Keep up with what's happening on the globe with news at 12 noon and get more information with news at 5 p.m. Get all you need to know in one place.
News. right, my people, good morning and welcome to Badeggi Radio News Flash. Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Bala Abakar, has urged sustained collaboration among the nation's security agencies to tackle the security challenges facing their country. This was contained in a statement made available to newsmen in Abuja by the Director of Public Relations and Information of the Service, Air Commodore Ehimen Ejodami. According to the statement, the CAS stated this while speaking at the Air Provost Conference 2025 holding in Jos, Plateau State. It explained that the CAC stated that the presence of sister security agencies and their participation underscored the undeniable truth that national security is a collective responsibility. Patients were left stranded as the strike by the resident doctors crippled medical service across the 6 area councils of the Federal Capital Territory. The doctors commenced a 7-day warning strike on Monday over what they called systematic failures in the FCT's health sector. Resident doctors are medical school graduates trained as a specialist. They dominate the emergency wards of hospitals in Nigeria and are crucial to quality healthcare delivery nationwide. Special Committee on Examination Infractions set up by the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board has said that candidates' parents are behind 80% of infractions. The chairman of the committee, Dr. Jake Epele, stated this when he featured on a television program. The JAMB had inaugurated the committee and mandated it to investigate the surge in examination infractions, assess JAMB systems and propose reforms. And that's the news. Thanks for listening.
Somebody just left me a voicemail, so I guess I'll never know what they called about.
90.1 FM.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Let the non-stop music go.
The People's Radio.
Listeners, you're welcome back to your favorite program. Yes, in the studio this morning we're having Dr. Danladi Umar Abdulhamid, Tambarin Kagara, Senior Special Advisor to Canal Governor on Diaspora, and we're looking at some national issues. So, continue from where you stopped, issue of attack on the opposition political parties and its implications.
Yeah, like I said, all these attacks from the ruling party on the opposition party is working towards formation of one-party system. And like I said, one-party system is undemocratic. It is undemocratic because it is dictatorial, it is sentimental, there will be no election, there will only be selection. And in democracy, elections are more respected, not selection. Because by the time you begin to select, then coercion is setting in. That means it's going to be deprivation will be higher. You'll be deprived of your own right. One-party system is not good because it will look coercive against your wish, whether you like it or not. And democracy does not believe in that. And that means it will lead to truncation of principles of democracy in Nigeria. There will be no freedom of choice. Because when you talk about one-party system, that is simply called political strangulation. If you like political armed robbery, if you like political jeopardization, so many negative things. Therefore, I don't think one political party is good for us. Because unless and until you have parties checkmating one another, we cannot move. So, the opposition party will grant constructive criticisms so that the government can sit up and do better. Let's talk another issue so that we can allow our callers to fire on. So on attack is not good. I call them parties that are ruling today to remember tomorrow they may not be there. So when you attack, you will be attacked. Allah kiyaye.
Amen. Thank you. Now, you're talking about attack on political parties which have been scaring people away from even the election. Now, they say information is power.
Very good.
And we need education.
Yes.
We need orientation and reorientation.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you have a national orientation agency.
Yeah.
You have been running to all the nooks and crannies to call on people
Yeah.
to come and participate in politics. Now,
Yes.
whose duty it is now to educate Nigerians,
Good. One.
to make them understand that this 2027 election is very important, so that they don't, get themselves deliberately disenfranchised.
Yeah. No matter what you do, you need new knowledge. No matter what you do, you need awareness. And no matter what you do, you need to learn. Always learn on the job. Even you, every day, I am Apaya. You are learning. Tomorrow, I am Apaya. By tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow, when you have your own radio, instead of Apaya, you will be Mr. Fire. So, now orientation is very important. Awareness is very important. And that was why General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, our uncle, the father of democracy, before practicing democracy, he formed MAMSA. And in MAMSA, he brought Professor Jerry Gana, who went around 774 wards in Nigeria, local government, to make sure they were conscientized. That was before even the takeoff of democracy. That is to show you that education is key. Awareness is key. And the people who are responsible, solely governments at all levels. Government at all levels, we can look at, media into two sectors. We have the government media, we have the private media. I want to assure you, Apaya, government media are busy singing slogans and propaganda for the government. No government general manager of an outfit will say, today Mr. Governor did this wrongly, by tomorrow they check him out. But a private media house like Badeggi Radio, like the Prestige Radio, like the Mouth Trend Radio, yes, they are the mouthpiece of the people. We can come, we can talk, we can air our own views. So, therefore, the media has to sit up and educate us, because it is only through a radio that even a farmer will know what is happening in Mina, in London, in UK, in America, through radio, on his farm. Therefore, we have more and more challenge. The journalist, you really have to wake up. Wake up, encourage participation, and also point at the fingers to those who are not doing well. The idea here is, if Badeggi is now saying, local government chairman, wake up, councillor, wake up, he is not going to contest as a chairman. No. He is only wanting to say democracy should be fully democratized so that Nigerians will enjoy it. That's all we're saying. So when you see us talking, we are only trying to encourage that. The NGOs should come in to assist. We have the CBOs. They can also come in to assist. The elites, that's where the problem lies. The elites are supposed to form the bulk of the mobilizers, awareness creators, but unfortunately, they are caught in the waves. Do you know that most of our problem in Nigerian politics are the elites? Politics is not speaking English. No. Turanci in politics. No. There are local people who know how to handle issues. There are local people who know what is happening in their own community. You cannot sit in Mina and you think you are representing your people in a village. No. They know where it pinches them more. Therefore, there is need for awareness at the local level. So the elites, I don't know if you notice, you will see lecturers, you will see teachers vibrant in their offices in the school, but as soon as you give them responsibility, before you know it, oh my God, the society will swallow them. And what they are looking for now is money. What about the new knowledge? Oh, these are based on theory. Let them bring you to practice. That is where we have problem with elites in Nigeria. They can say, yes, this guy said this, Socrates said this, Abraham Maslow said this, all the theories. But they cannot apply it. Why? Because of corruption, because of nepotism, because of sectionalism, because of discrimination, because of greed. So we really have to run away from all these vices if we want Nigeria to compete with other polity of nation, religion, even in religious bodies. Nothing wrong in Islam, in Christianity, in paganism. Look, in the mosque, you can tell people the importance of representation. In the church, you can tell them. You can also employ them to go and register so they can cast their vote. Because if you don't cast a vote, you do not accuse who has been elected. because you have relinquished your own right already. Therefore, there is nothing wrong in our religions coming in, but I'm not talking about Muslim ticket. That I'm against it. Because you do not bring religion into election, but you can bring religion into sensitization, into awareness creation, into education, in direction and redirection. Orientation, you can bring religion. You understand? So religious bodies, we challenge you also. There is no point. Malame going from one house to another, begging, is not the best. Stay in your mosque. You are highly dignified. Stay in your Islamia school. Stay in your churches. Let the politicians come to you for prayer and let them pay you. But then, tell the public the truth. When you go for sacrifice, tell them in your sermon what God says, what prophet says, what the culprit says. This is what you'll be telling them because they should be upright. But the most important agent of awareness in Nigerian politics is the family. Yes, our families. Because it is our own children that are being misused. They are being given drugs, all form of drugs, and they are given peanuts. They carry dagger. They carry knives. Some of them even carry guns. It's unfortunate, including ladies. So, from home, we must tell our children the truth and what they should do in accordance with our religious beliefs and in accordance with our acceptable practices and cultures. If you do that, believe me, you will live peacefully. But when you fold your arms to say, no, I, the member of House of Assembly, is not in my family, and so what? Educate your family to unseat him. Yes. If you don't like anybody in position, you have your rights. Talk to people, let them cast vote against him. God knows you are working well. In Namal Amani Biniyat, God is only working with what is in your heart. Therefore, Apaya, so that we can allow our callers, proper orientation and awareness give birth to democracy. The democracy I'm talking about is that one which says government of the people, by the people, and for the people. You know, Nigerians have changed the definition of democracy. I've told you here. Sometimes it is government of the few, by the few, and for the few. Or it's a process of making somebody nobody and making nobody somebody. So everybody should be given his own proper respect, proper responsibility, proper calling, so that we all put our hands on deck and make Nigeria great again. So help us God.
Amen. So let's give our callers equally the chance, a proper chance to call and make their comment and contribution. But when you call, please go straight to the point, and you have just 1 minute because we have a lot of callers, and of course our Facebook messages are there.
Good morning. My name is Ambassador Gebu the Challenger. I'm calling you from Tudumfula, Mississippi.
Yes, go ahead.
You see, attacking other opposition parties is uncalled for, and it is a lesson for we the electorate going to the polling center to cast our vote. It is a lesson for us to learn. And you see, in Nigeria, I am entitled to my own opinion. I look at it this way. Seriously speaking, we have two issues in Nigeria, except you do away from this. Change begins from me, you, and our leaders. And my last point is this: we should do away with sentiment of tribe, religion, nepotism, and corruption. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much for making it that brief.
Thank God today.
Yes.
Gebu is making brief.
Yes, a very 0913857901 is number to call. Please take a cue from what Gebu just do. Well, just give us a short but precise one. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Apaya and your guest.
Good morning, sir.
You have done a good and a wonderful analysis. The problem we're having in this area is those some people have no business with leadership and they'll call them to start. That is how we're having this problem. And then whenever we continue like this, the problem will be the solution. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that short and precise one. Yes, I think I mean you're standing with what callers are doing now. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Usman Apaya, barka da safiya.
Barka ka dai.
Tambari Allah saka maka da alheri.
Amin.
Allah kuma ya saka mu baba Badeggi da alheri.
Amin.
Wato tambari kun tattauna abubuwa masu muhimmanci sosai, kuma muna godiya da irin daman da kake zuwa kana bayawa kana ƙara haskaka wannan gidan rediyo da kuma wannan jiha da ƙasa gaba ɗaya, irin yanayin da kullum ya za a yi talaka shiga taitayin shi ya gane
mutunan da yake tare da shiya duka abubuwan da za mu riga mu tattauna ko riga kun faɗa illa dai Allah sa mu ji mu yi amfani da shiya na gode da wannan damar da bani.
Let's take one more call, then we take the Facebook message so that you can add some of them. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum. Na kwanan ku.
Na kwanan sa.
Na fiye da Allah ni shawo kake son ba voters daga yanzu dan Allah idan za a yi zabe tabbatar kun bincika tarihin mutum ko kaza ya taba satawa ko zabe shi ko yayi ya taba marin wani a public ko ku zabe shi
ya zama dandambe
yayin wani ko ku zabe shi
ya zama mara kunya
idan yayi ko menene da ko sai negatively ko ku dauke shi ko yin kudin shi ko da yana alheri yana mutane alheri idan yana da wannan negative attitude tun can bashi ba shugaba na kware bane na gode.
I think this one's talking about some of the leadership qualities you should be looking out before casting your vote. Let's take one call. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good morning, Apaya. Good morning, DJ Tambarin Kagara. Sunana Kabiru Ali Kuta wanda aka fi sanin shi don bidi. Tambarin Kagara na baka mata kyauta a Niger.
Kaban dai kandalo ya isa.
Alright, gaskiya I want to recommend the Tambarin Kagara for the enlightening us. At least 100%. You know, we cannot trust 100%, but we will give you kudos for the enlightenment to the public. We know you didn't accuse anybody, but we the masses, you are with us, and we are with you.
Thank you.
Allah, that we continue praying for you. Tambarin Kagara, this is on video. I raise my thank you. So no time. Allah, carry one.
Thank you very much. Let's take it to the Facebook page. We have this one coming from Umar Gondu. She said, "Good morning, Mr. Apaya, Captain." But I think that's why. But let's just say, Mr. Apaya, we must emphasize rejecting reckless borrowing at all level of government. With total revenue received from federal government, which is more than double of what was received previously, yet our governors want to commercial banks to take loans and overdraft to service themselves. Very soon they will want to pay and money point to borrow to hire private jet and roam about the country while leaving pensioners who gave out everything to serve our dear state, while hunger and insecurity is killing us. Thank you very much. We have another one coming from Mohammed Abash. Mohammed, he said, watching you live from Nda Abashi village, Kacha. Thank you very much for watching us there. Umar Azumi said, not long ago, the First Lady said her husband did not come to steal the nation money because they are already rich. But in the last 2 years, the multiple damage done to the economy is very big and rotting. You can't be borrowing insensitively and traveling around the world, buying G-Wagons, throwing parties, buying animals for fun, and the populace hungry. Another one coming from Mohammed and Umar Bukar. He said, "Good morning, Dr. Tambarin Kagara and Mr. Apaya. The opposition is a useful and necessary component of democracy, especially in ensuring transparent and accountable government that serves the people's interest. The guidelines on the role and duties of the opposition in parliamentary were developed in the context of a series of seminars on the relationship between majority and minority parties in Africa Parliament in 1999. They are a first step towards a set of rules guaranteeing the effective contribution of opposition to the democratic processes. Though incomplete, they serve as a reference for political actors wishing to codify previous governing parties." Thank you very much for this very lengthy one. We have another one coming from Abubakar Abdullah. He says, "Salam, Mr. Apaya, Tambarin Kagara and Yesira. You have said it all. Nigerians never learn from the mistake we make, because mistakes are made to be corrected." Thank you very much. Abubakar Kijipta Miyadi said, "Assalamu alaikum from Gidan Karas Pizza Kasongwari Mina. I wish you all the best, Usman Apaya and your guests." Thank you very much. Gonas Abdullah said, good morning everyone in the studio, in the great studio of Badeggi. Let's put our hands and choose wisely. May Allah help us. Abubakar Kadita once again said, okay, we've read that one. So these are some of the messages we have. Your action, sir. Okay, let's take one this call. Hello.
Hello.
Please,
good morning. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Mr. Apaya.
Yes, you're welcome. Go ahead and make your contribution.
My brief contribution is the masses, we chop their money and vote according to our conscience.
That's another political philosophy, right?
If they bring money, let us chop it and vote for somebody who will make us right. Please,
yes.
Masses, masses, I'm a mass. I belong to the class of masses. Let us, if they bring the money, let us chop their money and let us vote for somebody who we shall smile for the next 4 years or 80 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think another political philosophy has been postulated.
Yes.
So you take the money and
vote for credibility.
Yes,
that's correct.
It's a very good philosophy.
I mean, that's true. I'm a student of that too.
Yes. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Usman Apaya.
Good morning, Mr. Amos.
Yeah, Tambarin Kagara. You are welcome. Danladi Umar of Nigeria.
Wane kai.
You are welcome to the studio. Thank you for your analysis. Thank you for your entertainment. Thank you for your enlightenment.
Thank you, sir.
We are very grateful. On the issue you are discussing, you have already said it all. The issue of this borrowing is getting on alignment. The thing is too much. We are not seeing the masses are not seeing the impact. We are not seeing the impact of it. The other time on the paper headline that we are saying that the Nigerian economies can hit up to the point that they are benefiting from the fuel subsidy that was removed. There will be no need for borrowing again. Not up to 2 days, we see the request where the president is requesting for another more loan. So who is truly who? The issue of attacking the opposition party is uncalled for. If APC, we are not giving a free playground by PDP, the ones that are being in power today.
That's true.
PDP allowed them to do their opposition. They were doing that here and there. Nobody attacked them. If they were attacked like this, they would not have been here today. And I'm telling them that if they put their house in order, they don't need to campaign. Nigeria needs credibility. Thank you. That is my contribution this morning. Tambarin Kagara, the emir is waiting for you. We are trying for you to go and fight for him this morning.
Zachi. Kasan su gwada sai ce masarki Zachi. Yawa.
We have another Facebook message from Abdullahi Mustafa Mohammed. He said, good morning, Badeggi Radio. What's happening to your transmission capacity? Coverage is okay. We just went on a little break to fix the light problem that we just announced to you. He said we find it difficult to, Bida, people from Bida and beyond are listening to us. I think you check your own this, but I think it's coming up. We've been going beyond, the state and other. We're covering a lot of places in this country today, so maybe you check your network. Yes, Umar Danladi again say illiterate talks are used as delegates to select a voting candidate. Professors help in rigging the result, and people are left to feel negative impact of bad governance. What an animal farm of a country. So, sir,
George Orwell.
Yes, George Orwell, sir. So because of time, let me just take this call, then we give you a room to make your own final submission based on all that we have discussed. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Apaya na kwana.
An tashi lafiya sa.
Da ina ma tambari barka da zuwa.
Na ansawa.
Suna na dan wari.
Daga ga uke nan.
Kai da Allah ba fata alheri sa.
To thank you.
You have said it all.
Thank you.
Shawara guda ɗaya nake son bayar. Apaya.
Yes sir.
Don Allah in lokacin zaɓe ya kusa. Ire-iren su tambari. A orders wanda kuke gayyatowa ya kamata ce ana gayyato su da educate mutane. The last caller has just said one thing. Let's collect their money and vote for our questions.
Yes.
Because among us, we know those who are supposed to be there.
That's true.
So, do Allah do Nabi,
lokaci ya kusa ga local government election is just coming up now. Yesterday I heard you saying that or this morning ko yesterday ne ba musamman menene ake ciki game da issue na local government election ba. You understand? So once it is maybe 3 weeks or 1 month to election, continue to invite these prominent individuals in that also bamu do analysis. So kuma bamu direction in da zamu bi in Allah ya taimake mu kuma zaka ga cikin dan kankanin lokaci a fita cikin wannan lamari. It's not going to be immediately. Amma cikin 30 aka samu aka rage koda kamar 5 ne ko 10 haka na kaga an samu dan ci gaba.
That's correct.
Da fatan kuma Allah ya sa mu tashi lafiya.
Thank you.
Gidan rediyon ko kuma Allah ci gaba da ba ku fahimta da direction.
Amin.
Kuma babanmu Allah ya kara mishi lafiya.
Amin.
Allah ya kara mishi lafiya.
Amin.
Ku kuma wannan attack din da ake kawo muku. Kada ku samu damuwa muna bayan ku muna muku addu'a dare da rana.
Inshallah.
By the special grace of God, nothing is going to happen to you people.
Inshallah.
Because you are for the masses.
Thank you very much.
We wish you well.
Amen. Thank you very much.
Tambarin ka tashi kuma ka zo ka karbi kudi mai ina gida.
Thank you very much. We don't have much time. Let's take this last Facebook message. Give you 1 minute to wrap off to give your submission. Musa Usman Kutigi said, "May Allah or may Almighty Allah give us good leaders in Nigeria." Thank you. So, sir, what would be your parting words?
Yeah, my parting words would be in summary. I want Nigerians to know that politics is not a profession. So one cannot sit on one position for many years. There is need for change. That's why everybody, if given opportunity, that's when you know who he can do. But by the time you get somebody glued to a place, I mean, that's why the Constitution of Nigeria talks about 2 tenures of 4 years. Otherwise, they would have said, personally, left with me, even the National Assembly, the State Assembly, believe me, they should be given tenureship. Because they cannot be there perpetually. Look, allow others to also come in. Because when you go high as a leader, you get to the apex of your achievement. The next thing is you will crash down. So politics is not a profession. And again, to the electorate, they should know that not every politician is a leader. The mistake we're making, people giving you money, throwing money on the ground, or giving you peanuts, they are not leaders. They are misleaders because they are misleading you. Finally, I call on Nigerians, on Nigerites, to be law-abiding. Whatever we do, we should insist that democracy is all for all of us. We should come out en masse and register and vote for and be voted for. And we can also use it as a weapon of political destruction so that we can unseat anybody we think is not fit, someone who is not helping this nation. And therefore, ngamaka an ce ana buki a gidan mu kare ce an gani a ƙasa, mutane na wahala, mutane na shiga uku so uku. Therefore, shugabanninmu su ji tsoron Allah, su tuna akwai horanan hisabi. Mu mun faɗi namu, saura su yi nasu. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim.
Thank you very much for listening out there, Dr. Danladi Umar Abdulhamid. We want to thank you for always taking your time to come and help us discussing some national issues and even the one that concerns state and other places. So listeners, this is where we shall be doing the curtains for today on this program. We sincerely like to thank you for always staying here with us on Badeggi Radio 90.1 FM. For those of you watching us via our Facebook pages and of course with our social media handler, thank you for always staying right here there with us. And of course, for those of you experiencing a kind of glitches now, it's because of the little problem we have, and our network is back. Now you can always stay glued with Badeggi Radio to have more and more of our program. From all of us here, I am Usman Apaya. Thank you for listening. God bless you and goodbye for now.